Hello everyone, this is Matthew Sharp with the Luminous Diversion Karaoke Group. I'm going to be taking you through the basic process for time coding a song into the Soramimi Karaoke Program. Now, if you haven't done so already, the first thing you want to do is download the Soramimi Karaoke application. You can find that at soramimi.nl. We have the link on the Facebook page. If you are running a Windows Vista, Windows 7, or Windows 10 64-bit operating system, you will also want to download the Soramimi Tools x64 compatible executable as well. So first you're going to run the install. It's a simple installation wizard. Basically you can next through everything, and then you will download the Soramimi Tools x64 compatible kit if you need it. If it doesn't open for you, or if it crashes and you have not installed this, I recommend installing it. You may also be prompted to install .NET 3.0 or later in order to get it to run as well. I will say good luck. I am an IT person, but supporting the individual systems is outside of my realm, as I didn't actually write this program. So, once you have your application installed, Soramimi will create a new folder, and if you go to your computer, open the location where Soramimi is, you can see that I put mine at the root of the C drive. Yours may be under the program files x86. It would be under here somewhere, under the Soramimi. Mine is Soramimi Karaoke. These are the installation files. It will automatically create a songs folder. This songs folder will have an initial set of time-coded lyrics. However, they will not have the MP3s in those folders. You need to locate those yourselves, and if you have questions about that, you can contact me via private message and we can talk. So once the program is installed, one helpful hint is you want to go to this Soramimi Karaoke folder, locate the SMM Tools application, right-click it, and go to Properties. Go to the Compatibility tab, and you want to make sure that this program is set to run in Windows 7 mode, and you also want to make sure that it's set to run this program as an administrator. Once you have set those for the Soramimi Tools, as well as the actual karaoke program, the Soramimi Karaoke GL application, you'll see that I have the Windows 7 here, as well as the admin. You should be able to run the application. So, what do you do once the application is installed? Well, you find a program, or a song that you want to sing. So, what I've done is I have already selected a song. Myself, I am, of course, a Bubblegum Crisis fan, so we are going to grab a song that I want to sing. I highly recommend that the MP3 that you utilize be a 320 kilobit version. Alright, and you can check that by right-clicking on your MP3, going to the Properties, locate the details, and you'll see that this one, the bitrate is only 128 kilobytes per second. Now that will work, but you may get some sound quality issues as you have seen in the at conventions. So I'm going to, first off, I need to copy the MP3 over to a song folder. I'm going to locate my songs folder under the Soramimi Karaoke Program, and you'll see all of your anime J-pop series listed here. Now, if you don't have a Bubblegum Crisis folder existing already, simply right-click, create a new folder, and you would name it Bubblegum Crisis Old. I'm going to name mine Old since I have a Bubblegum Crisis folder already. So once you have that folder created, you can go in there, and you'll notice on mine that there are several songs already in here. Now, depending on your setup, if you have both a vocal and a karaoke version, you can put both versions in the same folder. However, in the past with different systems, I've had issues, so I always create an individual folder for each individual song. Completely up to you. If it works with both MP3s in the same folder, great. If not, then you may want to create a separate folder for each, a karaoke version as well as a vocal version. So all of my Bubblegum Crisis is vocal, otherwise I would have a K at the end to help me indicate that it's a karaoke version. Now, once I'm in the Bubblegum Crisis folder, I'm going to create yet another folder, and this is going to be the song title. This is how the program determines the song title when you look it up. So, this is going to be, what song did I choose? I say Touchdown. So, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to name my file. Now, whether you use caps or lowercase, however you want to do it, it's fine. It's completely personal preference. I actually don't like all caps, so I'm going to change that so it doesn't drive me crazy. Once the folder is created, you're going to open that folder, and you're going to need two things in this folder. You're going to need the MP3, so I'm going to copy my MP3. I'm going to paste it in that folder. And the other thing you need are the actual lyrics to the song. Now, you can either type these out by hand if you so desire, or you can find a website such as animelyrics.com or some other one where they've already been time-coded for, or not, excuse me, scratch that, not time-coded, but where the lyrics are already typed out for you. For songs that you're not familiar with, you may find that not all the words are correct or all the pronunciations are right. That's fine as long as it is close enough in most cases. However, for this one, I've already got the lyrics, so I'm going to create a new text document. And I'm going to name it the same as the MP3, or the song title. I'm going to find my lyrics, which I have already grabbed from the site, and you'll see animelyrics.com in particular likes to copy everything. So, you're going to get some excess stuff in your text file. Once you've copied the lyrics, open the text document, paste that in, and you'll see that there's duplicate information here. I've got both the original and the Romaji, or the English, all there. So, first thing you want to do is clean up your lyrics. That is very important, because depending on how long your line is here, if your line reaches all the way out like this, it's going to be extremely small on your karaoke program screen. So you want to break up your lyrics into sizes that make sense, that fit the screen. Alright, so another helpful hint is the program ignores capitalized words. And what I mean by that is anything that is all caps, it is going to ignore the Romaji pronunciation. In the program itself, when you timecode, it recognizes the basic Romaji phonetics. So the timecodes will skip the ki, mi, da, ke, ja, nai, e. When it gets to ronri, then it sees that it's all capitalized, and it's going to treat it as one big word. You don't want this for your Japanese. You can't help it for the English because it does not recognize English phonetics. So for the English, you want to keep those all capped. So for the time being, I'm going to take a moment and I am going to pause this recording so that I can clean this up and show you what it should look like. Alright, so I've taken a moment to take my text file and listening to the song as well as trying to make sure that my lyrics match as closely as possible. So a couple of changes you'll notice is that initially this first line was ronri, which would have been katakana for an English word. Now the song, they're trying to say lonely in English, so I've changed that to lonely. And because it's English, I have capitalized it. So we're going to make that change. You'll see that I've capitalized any English within the song. I have also separated some of the longer lines to make it more readable on the karaoke screen. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the program does not recognize punctuation. It adds it as its own syllable, so you want to make sure that you clear out any punctuation. If you need to add punctuation, do so after you have time-coded everything for your own sanity. So, for example, in our lyrics here, we have watashi tachi with a dash. We're going to take that dash out because the program doesn't need it. The singer may and the grammar may, but not for our purposes. The other thing to remember is that the program will add another space to your time coding lyrics if you have any spaces at the end of a line or at the beginning of a line. Take koeru made, for example. There is spaces in front of it. You will want to get rid of any spaces that occur before a word at the beginning of a line, as well as any that may happen at the end of a line. So make sure you double check your text file closely. This will help make it less of a headache for you. So I've gone through, here's another dash I missed, and it looks like our text file is ready, with the exception of this line here. So these two lines, again, this is katakana in the Japanese. They are using an English word and pronouncing it in a Japanese style. So romantiku and doromatiku, is really romantic and dramatic, the English words. So while they sound Japanese in the song, I, for the sake of my own sanity, am going to change it to an English word. Now, when the song is sung, hopefully the individual who is singing knows this, and we will not run into any pronunciation issues, but these happen so quickly in the song that sometimes it just happens. Now, you will notice that these are all caps as well as a dash here. We are going to change this to lower, even though the song is yelling this line basically. We don't need that for our purposes. Again, I mean, it just emphasizes that this is being exclaimed in the song. So we're going to remove that and replace it with its lower cap or lowercase equivalents. Once that is done, we're simply going to File, Save As. You're going to save the file in your folder that it should already be in. Make sure it is a text document. If it says anything other than that, simply use the drop-down menu, select Text Document, and then click Save. And if you already have it existing like I do, it's going to ask if you want to replace it, and simply say Yes. So now you have two things that have gotten you started. You've got the MP3 as well as the lyrics in the same folder under your Soramimi Karaoke Songs folder. This is the first important step to time coding your own song. So with that, I am going to stop my recording, give me a chance to save and back this up, and then when I come back, we will discuss actually opening the Soramimi Karaoke Tools program and utilizing it to begin time coding.